future, talk radio will actually educate, inspire, and make you think. The future is now. Topics and music that affect your life from Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com. Love, it's not always an easy thing, but when you find it, there's nothing like it. And Finding Cupid with David Cruz is here to help you do just that. It's a show where celebrity guests, singers, writers, and friends all come together to talk about one thing: love. Finding Cupid with David Cruz, only on ubnradio.com.
Welcome to Finding Cupid Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is David Cruz. We are coming to you live from the Sunset Gower Studios here in Hollywood. It is so great to be back. Season 8 of Finding Cupid. Thanks for joining us. I'd love to, of course, first of all, welcome my co-host to the studio. To my right, Matt Wall.
Hello.
Natty.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
To your right, Shawn Michael.
Hello.
Oh, Shawn, where have you been, my friend?
know.
My strapping straight man on this panel. And a new face not really new. You've been here before.
Yeah.
You've done this rodeo. Davina, Johnny, please welcome this brand new face
Hi, guys.
to our morning crack show.
Hi.
Oh, God, you guys. It's so good to see you all again.
So the intro was new.
Yeah.
What inspired that little
Well, you know,
dance party?
I'm trying to do more. I'm trying to try, actually. I'm trying to wake up and try. So, there's a lot of new things. There's a lot of other facelifts that have happened over the summer. We've been away. We had some work done. If you also go to finding-cupid.com, you can find out more about the team as well as see some new things that are happening.
You can see
there
the
too.
before and after
You can
of the work we've had done.
You can see the after. Hollywood made us do it. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. So happy to have you back. So great to be back on the air. It's been a long summer. What has everybody been up to?
Oh my God.
I know that everyone's been begging me. They're sending me messages and like, oh God, when is the show back on? But I feel like everyone's been doing stuff and then everyone's been busy.
Yes.
So I'd love to just quickly go around and see what's been up with everyone. I'll start by saying I did a lot of traveling this summer. It's always nice to have summer off because, we get up. People don't know. We get up really early in the morning and, we like to still go out and have our social life.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Davina?
Okay, you know what?
Davina rolled in a little late this morning. She's like, I'm so sorry.
Hey, I rolled in.
Actually,
I'm here.
I was slung over. If anyone follows me on Snapchat, so follow me on Snapchat. I was slung over at some cafe at like 2:30 in the morning, and I was scrolling through Instagram, and I see Davina posing out in Hollywood Boulevard, and I was like sending you a message. I'm like, you should be in bed.
Yeah, you both should be.
And then Shawn was out last night too.
I was.
What time did you get to bed?
You know what? I was good. We went to Perch, which is like the tall restaurant in LA. There's only like 3. And then we went to Dream Hotel and partied there. And I still rolled in at like 11:30.
What?
Really? I know.
Did you get to Perch 6? Were you there for happy hour? Grandpa?
Afternoon.
Jesus.
It was.
Do you order from the back of the
early
menu?
bird special?
I wouldn't brag about that.
I know, right? Well, that's what happened.
the senior special.
Yay.
The prune juice and scrambled eggs were fantastic.
Me and my wife get the prune juice. Egg sunny side up, please. Jesus, Shawn.
I know.
But yes, we all did not understand time framing.
I
This
know.
morning.
I
But
was in my bed when you texted me.
And
You're
speaking
like,
of
"I'm
old
out."
people-
I said, I'm in my bed. It's 10
he's
o'clock.
like, I have my knitting needles.
Yeah,
I'm making
I
a
was
sweater.
on my way out.
On my way out
night.
to sleep.
Yeah.
But we get up early to be here, so it is a struggle when we get back. So it's nice to have the summer off. But what did you do, Matt, this summer? I feel like
I've
you
been
were out
gone
and about.
for almost 2 months.
Yeah, you were like not in Los Angeles.
No, I was in Utah working on a musical, and it was so fun to be out of the city and be in nature and I used to
In
live there,
Utah.
so it was
Yeah.
fun to see my friends and
And your family.
my family lives there. It
Nice.
was so great. It's good to be back though.
What else happened in Utah?
Yeah, tell us.
Matt?
I met a couple people.
A couple
Uh-huh.
people?
I don't remember their
Emphasis
names.
on couple. I'm just kidding.
Yes, there were a couple.
Uh-huh. And what happened? Did you guys
We just like hung out and stuff.
Yeah, that's
Went
nice.
to bars.
Drink
Yeah.
mimosas.
All those things. I don't think I had one mimosa.
I was joking
You
with
can't
Matt
drink there.
right before. Yeah, well, that's what I was so
You
confused.
can.
I'm like, what? I mean, I feel stupid when I say this, and forgive me, everybody, but in my head, you just cannot drink anything in Utah because it's very religious and
Yeah.
alcohol. Mormons don't drink. So when I was thinking about this the other day, I was like, wait, are there bars in Utah? And this
Yeah.
is so dumb. Sorry, don't hate me, everyone, but it was a legit question that I had, and I didn't know that there
There
were.
are plenty of bars. There are other states that have very strict alcohol laws, just so you guys
Yeah,
know.
I've
like
been
you
to-
can't buy alcohol in Texas on
Yes,
Sunday.
I've been to Texas.
Wait, what?
And there's
Yeah.
dry counties, and there's so many weird things. So I don't know.
There. Ty Burrell owns a very successful bar in downtown Salt Lake, by the way.
Who the hell is Ty Burrell?
He's a Modern Family.
That's
Oh,
the main
yeah.
guy on
Yeah.
Modern Family. Come on.
You
Who's
know,
the
the
oh,
brown-
got
The
it.
dad?
The dad.
dad.
Yeah. Got
the
it.
cool
got it.
dad.
Which have you guys seen the first episode of Modern Family of season 9?
No, I love. It's funny. I love it.
So you know the wife Claire.
Yes.
What's her name? I forget.
Julie Bowen.
Julie Bowen.
Yes.
I mean, I don't want to be rude, but the work that she's got done over the
Oh
the
my
summer,
God,
I didn't
she
even
had
notice.
too.
it is rough. It's
Dying.
rough,
I can't
and I
say
love her.
anything about Modern Family.
I know.
She's
Wait,
so,
why?
She's so lovely.
She's amazing.
The show is funny.
The show is great. I love the show. It's just she's 48 or 47, so I can't.
Listen, if I was on a very successful show
Mm-hmm.
and I had shit tons of money,
Mm.
I too would invest in some cosmetic summer procedures.
But she should go see the doctor that did Kylie Jenner.
Oh my god.
Cute
What are you
20-year-old.
talking about?
Mm.
She's only 20. That's too young to have work.
Well, she did it.
Yeah.
What? There's a change since she's been 19.
She just grew into herself.
Yeah.
No,
Did
she
you
grew
not
into
Right.
listen?
So do you guys
Botox
think she's pregnant,
lips.
or do you think it's all a big hoax?
I think it's a fucking hoax.
Oh, she's pregnant.
You think so? Okay, let's bet.
I'm so excited for this.
Let's
I
bet
thought
on
you?
this.
it was
I think it's a
confirmed.
hoax. This
Matt?
is
I don't know. Okay.
I
I'm
think
gonna
it's a
say no.
hoax.
It's publicity.
Yes,
Yeah.
totally. They're a publicity machine. That's
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
what they do best.
Fake.
Mm.
And if you think about the big picture, all three of them are like pregnant or something like that. So
Yeah.
it's
I
like,
know.
what are the
But
coincidences?
Chloe
of that?
confirmed it, right?
I don't know. I don't think any of them have truly. I don't know.
I think
don't
they're all
know.
pregnant.
I don't
All
know.
of them.
I would love for them all to be pregnant, just for them to be in misery together. Not that.
What if they
pregnancy-
go overboard and they're like Caitlyn Jenner is pregnant?
Too far.
I would
Yeah.
love that. No, I would love it. And then Kris Jenner is
Caitlyn
pregnant
Jenner.
too.
Kris Jenner is
They're
pregnant.
all fucking
They're all
pregnant.
Dude,
pregnant.
they're all pregnant.
And then it's a spinoff. It's
I
called.
know. Rob.
It's Rob's
I hate
pregnant.
it.
Rob's
Rob's
been
That
pregnant.
explains it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, that
All
was
right.
mean.
Wait, Shawn, what did you do this summer?
What did I do this? I started.
By the way, sorry to interject, but it is October, so it's okay for us to be talking about the end of summer, right?
Oh my
know.
god.
Happy October, everyone.
I do love that it's colder and I can wear like nice sweaters now and
Yeah,
like
it's 70
Not during the
degrees
day,
now.
not during the day, but still like even at night or in the morning.
Yeah.
Look, right now I'm wearing this nice cozy little thing. I couldn't wear this 2 months ago.
No.
It's nice. What did I do? So me and Danielle moved in together.
Oh,
That's
that's
big.
right. So
Um,
for the listeners that are just tuning in, Shawn was single when he started the show.
I was big time single.
Big time single. It was so fun to hang out with him. Not that you're not fun to hang out with
Uh-huh.
now, and I love Danielle as well. Actually, I left you guys at the last bar because you're
You
so
did.
much fun.
That's right.
And I'm old. But yeah, so now you've progressed.
So we progressed. We moved in together. It's been fantastic. We're woohoo! She's amazing, and we're madly in love, and it's fantastic. And we've been, mulling over the whole marriage thing, and
I love this.
So it's been great. We've been sort of like doing house decorations, and you went to our house
I did.
the other day, and
yeah, just recently when it was so it was so night and day.
In the last
from
place.
the way
from the single Shawn days,
from
yeah,
single Shawn days.
Yeah.
I
Can't
mean,
wait to come over.
it was beautiful. He has a great place. I felt intimidated. I immediately went home and I was like telling my husband we had to move.
We need to
He's
step
probably
it up.
listening now. We still need to move. I was
No,
jealous.
so it's been fantastic. We've been sort of like learning the ropes of what it's like to
of couplehood.
couplehood.
Now, is this the first person that you've cohabitated with?
No,
that you
I've
were dating?
lived with another girl from before.
Got it.
But this one is not crazy, which is nice.
It's different.
That always
It's
helps.
different. It's different.
Did she have
Congratulations.
roommates before?
Roommates
Yeah.
before? No, she was living on her own
Alone.
before me.
Oh,
Yeah,
so it's not.
She's an independent woman, Matt.
I
strong
Take some
independent
notes.
woman. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
She's lovely. I do love her. So congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Davina,
Mm-hmm.
what the hell have you been doing
Oh
this
my
summer?
god. Well, I am single
Yes.
and apparently waking up. Yeah, single and not really. I just moved into my own place.
Nice.
I
Very
love
proud
it.
of it.
Speaking of strong, independent
Yeah.
woman.
It's all mine.
But you're in the neighborhood.
I love it. I love it. I'm
Yeah.
surrounded by beautiful men. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm right by my gym. They all take care of me. They all know me. One has a dog named Buttons. I don't know what.
I
his
love how
name
you're
is.
just like
I love
Get
it.
it.
pretty
there.
girls in West Hollywood. They fit right in.
Oh, I love
I'll
it.
give you like a month, and you'll be in a relationship with like 2 gay men.
I'm fine with that. We like the same thing. Yeah, no, it's
I'll
been
get
so
so
much
pissed,
fun.
though.
It's been
Remember?
so much fun.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
You're single, but you're seeing someone.
Single and dating.
Because
No.
Single.
Oh,
but you're
no.
like, I have someone, so he can't.
No, what? Oh my God.
Are
no.
you single? Wait. So
No,
answer the
not
question.
the person
No.
about last night. Not
Oh.
that. But there's other people out there. There's other
Jesus,
people out
Matt.
there.
All right.
Meet my friend Matt. He owns a bus
Yeah, I
company.
was about
He loves
to
to throw
say.
people under them.
Right. No,
Jesus.
I am very single. I was seeing someone, and that's
Oh,
over.
okay.
Thank God.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that being
Okay.
done.
I'm
And
gonna,
now I'm talking
um,
to people.
Davina, I'm going to run this by you super quick. Welcome to the show.
Oh God.
There is nothing that we won't try to pry out of you.
Barely.
So you can play this coy little cat and mouse game right now,
Yeah.
but just know that that'll only last for so long.
Figuring my life out.
All right.
I'm making all the mistakes for everyone else. Whatever. Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, welcome to the show. You've been dating this summer. I'm glad to hear it. Please keep us, up to speed with
I will.
everything as it goes along. Feel free to share any, stories that you may
It's been
have at some
interesting.
point.
Yes, we'll do for
All
sure.
right. Okay. Well, again, thanks for listening to us, and thanks for joining us, everyone out there. Every show, we love to do this thing called Love It or Lose It. And for the first show back on season 8, we thought we'd go through a master list of all of the new. There's been an avalanche. I'm just gonna say this:
Oh
an
my God.
avalanche of new dating terms that have come out over the last month, and then there's just like a landslide. I was trying to prep for our show, and it was just normally in Love It or Lose It, I just put in the new ones, but there's literally like 8 of them right now, and it was so overwhelming. And I know that some of our daters out there have heard some of these, so I thought it'd be great for us to go over all of them and talk about what they are, and if we think that they're actually real. So if you love it, of course, tell me that you love it, guys. And if you think we should lose it and you think it's total bullshit and like a dumb term, tell me we should lose it. So without further ado, here is our master list for
Love it or lose it.
Okay, so
I love that
you
thing.
have such
Can you
great.
send me that
Fun.
file so I can play it at home?
You should have it as like your ringtone for.
I know, right? Love it or lose it.
When we text you.
All right, so I'll start with the first one here. The first one is called In the Spirit, and I swear to God, this is a real. You may think that I put it in here just because it's October 1st, but there's a new word called haunters. Okay,
Hunters?
Haunt.
Hunters.
Haunt.
Haunt.
Like spooky haunt,
Uh-huh.
haunting you. So, according to what I've figured out here through Cosmo, so unlike the disappearing act that ghosters tend to pull off, haunters hang around the digital world, watching your Instagram and your Snapchat, without a word, right? They're just there. You know they're there. But maybe the occasional like. So every now and then you're like, what the fuck did somebody like? So haunting can be extremely confusing because when you're constantly reminded of this person's existence and the relationship you may or may not have had, it's a very like confusing thing. It's like, why are they there? You know, why are they still following me? Or like,
Why
are we
keeping
friends?
tabs?
Like
Yeah.
every ex, huh?
I was gonna say I have a lot of these.
Do you have a lot?
Do you guys have a lot of
haunters?
these?
Do you have a lot of ghosts?
I have a couple.
I do.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
somebody like I'll first of all they watch like all my snaps and all my Instagram stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm like, why are you watching this? Like we haven't talked in years
What
or a couple of
torture.
years, and then they'll just like something once in a while as if like it I don't know. It makes me feel like they want to keep something there.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
holding on.
They're holding on to
Yeah.
something, and I don't know what to do with it.
When my
I just
heart
don't
is
respond.
broken and you're just there lurking.
Is
Yeah.
it their responsibility to?
Move on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna
Or is-
block them.
I don't know.
Why? I feel like blocking is also an acceptable thing to do.
That's aggressive.
It's a
Is it
little,
though?
yeah.
But I feel like if you do it, you just move on.
No, it shows
and-
you care too much.
Yeah.
You never want to care too much. That means you lose.
But also, I don't want to give somebody the ability to fucking just come in and out of my living room whenever they want to.
But
Instagram.
they're not stalking you though, you know?
That is my living room.
And I choose not to follow them.
Right.
So it's not. So the only thing we're seeing is that they watched it. We're not seeing their pictures.
They watched
Right.
or they liked.
Yeah.
Right. Which is weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess this opens the bigger question of, okay, so if you've ended a relationship with somebody, and I guess there's different levels of this. It could be a long term or it could be short term or someone you just hooked up with. Are you supposed to unfollow them? Or are you supposed to just, whose responsibility is that?
I unfollow.
Yeah, right?
I don't want
I
to.
unfollow too.
I
Yeah, I don't want
unfollow.
to see what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I know
You
you're
hurt
going to do
me.
it to get back at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I unfollowed because I was the one that got hurt.
Yeah.
And maybe if I'm the one to break up and not the heartbreaker, wait,
Yeah.
I am the heartbreaker, then it's easier to follow that person because you're like, well, I'm fine.
Yeah. But that's also someone feeling like, oh, we can still be friends. That
I
kind of
think
goes back
that's
to that
them.
whole thing.
Yeah.
I think it's totally natural for people to be curious what their exes or people that they
Oh, God.
are doing. Like if if you're on Instagram and you see like one of your exes posting something on stories, you're like, I wonder what they're doing just for a second. You know what I mean?
all the time. I love a good flashback moment.
I don't want to know.
You don't want to know?
Nope.
You
What,
not-
do you think it's because
never
it's too
curious?
painful for you?
No, I just don't care.
You just don't care. Got it.
No, see, the thing is, I love to do a flashback moment. I love to do, you know what? I love to do a reunion in my own head, okay? Like a Bravo reunion, except it's just me, and whoever it is. Because I love to find out. I love to just scale myself to where they are in their head. So I'll do that like random. Sometimes it'll be like, oh, I wonder what they're up to. Because you know who's. This happens on Facebook with me all the time because Facebook loves a fucking flashback moment, 'cause
Oh,
they do
the
all those.
on this day
Remember when?
thing?
Yeah, that thing.
Ugh.
It's
And
so
then-
uncomfortable
And-
sometimes.
yeah, and sometimes you're like, fuck, I don't talk to that person anymore.
Right.
Or, And so then you're like, well, I wonder what they're up to, So I love a good Google stock after that. And I'm like, oh, they married somebody just like me,
They're in
but
prison now.
not as cute.
Oh, they got
Yeah.
fat.
Yeah. When
I
they
love
get
when they
fat.
get fat.
Is that horrible?
Now.
I love it when they
Wow.
get fat.
I love when they get fat.
It's not horrible.
Why does it make us feel so good that our exes are doing worse?
Because it validates our
Yeah.
decision making,
Ah.
And also that I was the best they could ever have.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh, I feel so good sometimes. Okay, so
So that's called haunting.
So that's
Haunting.
haunting.
Clearly, we're all haunted by it.
We're so heartbroken.
Ugh.
Do we love this or do we lose it? Do we like this? Is it valid?
gives
Is it a
so
valid
much
term?
It's
power
valid.
to
It's valid.
someone,
I would say it's
though.
valid.
All right.
It's valid, but it gives way too much power to an
Then I'll go around.
Yeah.
It sounds like we're broken on this one. So, Davina, love it or
Yeah.
lose it?
Love it because I know girls who like base
All right.
stuff off this. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Sean?
I love it. I mean, I don't think it's just with exes. I think it's with past friends, people you don't talk to anymore, people who are just not in your life anymore.
Yeah.
And they just kind of like, hang around. So I love it. It's fine.
It's weird. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
He likes it. All right, Matt.
I don't like it.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Nope. Hate it.
You hate it. All right.
Hate
Well,
it.
I love it. I think it's a valid term because I
Valid.
feel like it happens to me. I see. It's okay to be a freaking ghost from the past, but just stay in your corner.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's not the MO of a ghost, but like, I think it's like, fine, Google stalk and keep your own tabs on me, but don't like a photo. Don't come out of nowhere.
It
You have
happens.
But
nothing
you
to
shouldn't read into a like. That's the thing. Like, I know so many girls are like, well, he likes my photo, so it means
That's
something.
different. But
And I'm
that's
like,
different because it's like, if you're thinking it means something, that's one thing. But if you're someone that's been haunted, quote unquote,
Yeah.
and it's something that you used to date, and it's like, well, why are you? And it's like, for example, if you broke up with them and it was bad, right? Why
Yeah.
are they still hanging out? Like, what are you
They're
doing?
keeping tabs.
Which is why I say it's everyone's responsibility to block and unfollow.
Yeah.
Google stalk on your own time. All right, moving on. We all know this one, but this came out, I feel like, in the beginning of the year. This was one I was a little confused on. Breadcrumbing. Does everyone know this one? Have you heard this one?
I've heard of it. I heard it
Yep.
on the radio.
The practice of leaving a flirty emoji here and there and a cute text here and there without ever engaging in a committed relationship. So it's just like flirting and leaving little morsels to like string you along, but there's never really a commitment to date.
I think all of these have been around for a long time. This is the
Shawn.
first time that they're putting words to them.
Oh, got it.
They're
Yeah.
labeling them now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Because I mean, I remember this from when I was in my 20s and I was like single, and I used to do this, and people used to kind of did this
Yeah.
to me. So it was normal. Like it's what you do.
Yeah.
That was called
Bless you.
quote unquote
Sorry.
confusing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, why are they doing that? Or why So
So
now
the-
they put a word to it.
So now there's a term.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you would use this term? Like you would say,
No.
oh, they're breadcrumbing.
It's too.
No.
It's way too.
Cute.
Yeah, it's too.
it's too
It's-
cute.
It's trying too hard.
Is it? Okay.
You know.
So you hate this.
I would just what. Like, what do you mean by hate? I don't hate it.
fucking hate
You
it.
I
lose
fucking
them.
hate it.
breadcrumbing.
Yeah. I just want some bread now. That's what I want.
Gluten
Toasty
free.
sourdough.
Yeah, I need
Yeah.
toast.
I think it's legit. I think it's
Okay.
There's substance to this. It's true.
Davina, have you
It's called
heard?
being evasive, right?
Yeah, but this is like 2017
rude.
millennial terms. We need a word for things.
I've never heard of bread. It's just
Okay, so that was my question. Have you
Yeah.
ever heard this word before?
no.
Okay.
No, it's just, being evasive or, leaving the option open.
But now, after you leave here, you're gonna be like, oh, he's breadcrumbing.
yeah. Oh yeah. That's too long of a
It's
word.
a long word.
Yeah.
It's
It
a
is.
very long. Oh, he's
Can
being
you say he's
annoying.
BCing?
Oh my
Is
god.
it leading somebody on? Is
BBC.
that how you would say?
No, I think it's keeping the option open, or you might need that person later, and you don't
Right.
want to anger them,
Right.
type of thing.
All right.
Yeah.
It's being real flirty.
Breadcrumbing.
Real flirty? Like, what are we talking?
Okay, it's semi-flirty.
Okay.
Matt,
No, because
don't you
sometimes
think?
I don't know. Like, are we talking like eggplant emoji or like a little winky face?
See, well, these are good. These are good
I
questions.
mean,
to
how
ask.
flirty are we
True.
talking?
There's
you know?
a difference between eggplant and
Like a little winky.
yeah.
Yeah.
Winky with an eggplant. That's what.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's like asking for anal.
Oh, my God.
Sorry.
That's
Welcome
a big
back.
bread.
Well, that happened. 9:25.
Matt,
Yikes.
have you? Yeah, clock the time,
Yeah.
please. 9:25 is when we got dirty. Matt, have you heard the word breadcrumbing?
I have heard it. I heard it this past week on a show I was listening to, I guess.
Mhm.
And I knew what it was when I heard the word. So I guess I like it because it's very descriptive.
Yeah.
I wouldn't use it, but I might do it.
Okay. You might do it.
Yeah.
Winky.
Yeah.
Eggplant.
I think you do it when you look at people's Instagram stories or their Snapchats and you respond to it. Thinking,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave this right here.
I'm just gonna- you do
know?
what you want with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
winky face that.
And then disappear for 2 weeks. Right.
Yeah,
And
and
then
then leave
send
the
it, like,
state.
Eggplant.
Right.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Do you breadcrumb celebrities on Instagram?
Ooh, no, but I should.
Aw.
I don't think I do. I have on other hot guys that I follow.
Breadcrumb.
And then someone messaged me back, this really hot black guy.
Oh.
And what did he say?
Oh.
And then I was like, we're gonna get married. But I don't think
That's
we
classic
are.
Matt.
Yeah, it's true. Like you breadcrumb me one time.
Breadcrumb.
And I will start planning
Whoa.
this wedding.
Did you hear his Freudian? He said breadcrumb.
Oh.
I did not say
He
that.
said
Oh.
bread. Roll back the tape, please. He said bread coming.
Ah.
Kind of
Okay.
stay out of my
Bread
pantry. You are
Next.
you are the you are the girl that runs to the altar.
I am. I really am. It's so sad.
I see. My feelings about this is that I love that there's a term for what it is because it kind of gives me like a understanding of what that action. It's like a verb.
Yeah.
What that action is, but I do hate the word itself, and I feel like this one in particular has been kind of forced everywhere. It's like every dating expert out there is like breadcrumbing this. Blah, blah, blah. Actually, I remember somebody had tweeted about this, and I had retweeted it with a comment and said, "Ugh, just another dumb word." And she got really angry that I like said something about this word, and she was like, "This is real. This happens in real life." And I'm like,
Look, we're not
Jesus,
talking about
lady,
rape.
stay out, right? God.
Just a little touch.
And I'm usually consensual to that, so
Oh my god.
Fine.
what? It's too early. No, can't do that. All right, moving on. This is a new one that I just heard. This one is called benching. So, has anyone heard of this?
No.
No.
Wait,
I've
hold-
seen this happen. Again, I've never heard of the word.
Okay. So, benching is when a relationship exists mainly in text form. But whenever you try to actually go on a date with a person, they conveniently just can't meet up. They have an excuse for this.
yeah.
So you're benching.
I feel like
bench
I feel like
warming,
that's a strategy a lot of women use sometimes.
Davina.
Davina.
Oh my god,
Busy.
this is so unfair.
I'm just saying because
Do you bench?
guys do this too, but I feel like women use that as their arsenal quite
No, I feel
quite
like
a bit.
guys do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, so maybe it's just
Especially, yeah, if they're dating someone, but they're not totally satisfied.
But benching, I feel like it makes me feel like there is more than one. Like this
I
obviously
think it's
sounds
called
like
backup, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean that's what backup to me is one. You know, I always say like when you're dating,
have
you
one
definitely
backup.
should focus on go out with one person, but don't because when you do, you get emotional if you're like, oh, that's the
Yeah.
one, Matt.
Yeah.
But you should have somebody else to kind of
Randoms.
keep you.
You're supposed to have a rotation of 3 until you're committed, right?
Yeah, well, one I feel like is normal, but three.
I can't.
Wow.
I read this book and it said that. I don't know. That person has too much spare time. But yeah.
three. But I mean, benching feels like a team. There's like a team of
I
like
have a
Yeah.
you know,
String.
there's like, yeah. What do they call that in basketball or football when it's like the first one and then there's a
First
second?
the
string,
forward
second string.
and then
I don't know. I'm
Oh.
going into
Quarterback.
I'm going
Oh,
into
yeah.
a zone I don't know.
It's
Shawn.
called the tight end.
Now you're just saying sexual words. But benching to me sounds like you've got a ton of them. So I mean, is this a thing? I mean, are people like just keeping a ton of people in the back burner?
Well, like okay, so if let's say you're on Tinder
uh-huh.
and you're or Bumble or whatever it is the kids are doing these days. Let's say you're talking to 20 people, 10 people.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like you have these relationships with them in text form.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then if you get like 4 or 5 asks to go on a date, you can't go on a date with all of them. You're going to be like, oh, I'm busy over here.
Yeah.
Busy over there. And you're going to go with the one that you really want to go on a date with.
Yeah.
And then you might, if it sucks, then you might come back to the ones you've been benching for a
Okay.
while, you know?
Yeah.
Feels like a lot of
this
work.
is exhausting.
And also, if you live in a small town, I feel like LA is a small town. I feel like you'd get caught.
Oh.
You know,
You can get caught.
No, it's okay.
it's
I
okay.
feel like gays do this really well. I don't, but gays do.
Do you do it but not well? Just trying to understand the.
I think you always want to like have the option open. Like you're not gonna say to someone, "I'm just not interested." You'll keep them brewing until
See,
you have
I-
nothing, and then you're like, "Okay, I can do a coffee date today at 2."
Then you call. Oh God, is that what you do?
Yeah.
I don't think you should waste a bench on coffee.
It's someone you really want to go on a date with.
I don't know.
So benching is someone you definitely never want to meet.
No.
I think
It's
it's backup. I mean, again, I think it's someone you just have on the side or you're talking to. Like,
But
this
you
is
don't
gonna sound
intend
bad.
on meeting them
I was
yeah,
dating
you don't
someone.
intend.
ever.
Yeah.
I was dating someone who they had on the bench emailed me because
That's
like
so
he had
random.
seen her a couple of times, but like she emailed me asking what our deal was. Cause
Oh,
I guess,
wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's aggressive.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's when you. Oh God, that's awkward.
Yeah. Yeah. It was funny for me.
So benching. Do we think that this is a real thing?
Yeah.
Do we approve this term?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Alright,
approve
that's fine.
it. Just need some more clarification.
I'd never use it again. I mean, I'll never like use it, but I get it.
I get it.
I get it. All
I
right.
get it. I'm not gonna
Whatever.
do it.
But okay. All right. So benching stays. All right. Moving on. All right. Here's another one. Stashing. I swear to God, I didn't make any of these things up. Stashing. When someone dates you but you never get to meet their friends or family or appear on their social media feeds.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
That's really sad, actually.
That's pretty common, actually. A lot of guys do that.
I was
will
going to say
admit,
this is a guy thing.
This is a guy
No.
thing. This is a guy thing.
Oh, we do
Absolutely.
it.
Women
Girls
do that
it
too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially when you sleep with somebody like casually for like
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
3 or
you're
4
kinda-
years.
Keep
and
it a secret.
Who does that?
Who does
Who?
that?
What a
Yeah.
whore.
And
You're such a whore, whoever does that.
and they never get to meet your friends or be on your social media.
But, like, we recognize stashing. We are.
there's an inside joke going on.
This is
here.
a big
Yeah,
bus
sorry,
company
guys.
here.
Mhm,
Throwing
big bus
people
company.
under.
Yeah.
Oh my god. First
Anyway.
day.
Poor Davina.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that.
Welcome to the team. Hazing. Goodness.
Oh my God.
So stashing, I feel like I've been in that situation too where I'm like dating somebody and it's weird because you're like, especially now, if somebody takes like a shit ton of pictures, right? And you're just like, oh, they're always like Instagramming or doing something. And you hang out with them enough and then you're like, why don't we ever? Because I thought we were.
Yeah.
I guess we're not.
Been
like
there.
that's, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like a weird feeling because it's like talking to that person that like always never answers their phone, but when you're with them
They're always on it.
is always on it. So you're like, how is
I
this
hate
possible?
that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like that's what stashing is. It's
Yeah.
like recognizing that, you're definitely being hidden for some reason and there's
Yeah.
no excuse for you to be around.
I've been stashed.
Yeah.
You've been stashed.
I was
That
stashed.
sounds dirty.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like a hot Carl.
Yeah. Right.
What's
yeah,
a
like,
hot Carl?
Because someone
It's
posted
a
photos
thing.
of us and then he untagged himself.
Ooh,
Oh.
I've heard of that before.
Yeah. Yeah.
That means
takes-
he might have had a girlfriend.
That
well,
takes a lot of
that's who
energy.
emailed me. The
Oh,
picture.
see?
Yeah.
She's like,
Guys will
what are
do
you
that.
doing with this fella?
It was.
So they're either coupled, but then also it's pretty responsible for somebody to not want to, if you're like enjoying your single life, right? And you
Yeah.
don't want to make it look like you're starting to date someone. I mean, it makes perfect sense why you wouldn't
He
commit to
wasn't
being.
single.
Oh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Guys do that.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm so
I'm not
sorry.
gonna lie.
No, it's fine. Good riddance. But yeah, it was interesting. I was like, I didn't notice though, because like in tagged photos, people on Instagram don't really look,
Mhm.
you know. And then I was like, oh my god, this is a thing.
Whoops.
You know, the only thing I will say, I don't post that many social pictures of me and Danielle, but for the reason that I really don't like those Instagram accounts where the people
Yes.
get into a relationship and then all you see
Is
is
their
their
relationship?
picture. And
Yep.
I'm like, I can't with you anymore. I have to unfollow you now
Yeah.
because you suck.
No, I agree with you. It's just like when friends would post photos
Yeah.
of us, he would untag.
Yeah, that's a different story.
That's different.
That's a
yeah.
different story.
I agree with you though, Shawn, because I do the same thing too. I'm very careful and strategic about the ones that I do post about John and I. I just don't feel like that's like
Yeah.
I don't want to. I mean, I don't know. That's a lot. I feel like it's oversharing. I feel like Facebook is. I don't even know if I do it there, but I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it's a lot for people, and I don't want to be that
It's like
person.
you're overcompensating if you post.
It's
a lot.
like
We
here's
get
my
it.
relationship.
Yeah.
It's like the kids. It's like I get it. You have kids.
Oh my God. I unfollowed so many of my friends who have kids and
Oh my god.
the worst that they do is now their Facebook picture is just their kid.
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
I'm like,
Oh.
I like, why? I don't even know. I haven't even met your kid. Now there's a bald baby instead of where
Oh,
it used to be your
no.
face. And I'm like, why?
Get your own account for your child.
I know.
Get
Get
people
your
who
own
post
account
their
for your
children
child.
on social media. Like I couldn't do it.
I'm sure we're all gonna do it
I
when
know.
we have kids.
Flash forward to like
I get
5
it.
years from now.
I'm not even like. I'm totally gonna do
I'm
that.
gonna have like a Facebook fan page for my child.
I totally would. I would give them their own.
My cousin just had a child, and they said to the people, we have a separate Instagram account if you want to follow us
Oh,
with a child.
So smart.
That's nice.
And
See?
then on
Consider
their
it.
personal, it's just them and their business and like, you know,
Oh.
them in
I love
as
that.
as an adult. And then they have a
Right.
separate one for their kid.
Okay, that's
Not
fair.
as their kid, but you know. And I like it because I want to follow both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's nice.
I think that's cute.
Give
Very
give your
thoughtful.
followers the option
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
not throw up.
Do you want to like my child or not?
Right.
Oh my god.
I love
Stashing.
it. Stash.
Stash the child.
So do we love it or lose stashing? Do we love it?
I guess.
We're so indifferent.
I like it. I don't think the term fits the description very well. Do you?
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a hiding person.
Because you're like hiding it.
Stash.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Not like mustache.
It's like your
Get it.
hidden stash.
It sounds like I'm stashing drugs, like stashing.
It's called muling.
Mule-
You hide things in your butt.
Oh, my God.
You're
Poop a balloon.
You're coining that term right now.
Yeah.
Next week on Finding Cupid, muling.
We're gonna bring different balloon sizes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
If it's a poodle, that means you're hiding a whole other relationship.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anywho.
What do you do?
Anyway, let's move on.
Moving on. All right. So this also sounds like fake. Zombieing. When
It's a
somebody.
mouthful.
Aren't they always?
Yeah.
Zombieing. When somebody ghosts you and then texts you from the grave
Yes.
Grandma?
many times
This is
later.
the thing.
Grandma, stop zombie.
She's notorious.
Grandma was a hoe.
Grandma.
She's all you up.
Oh
Oh,
god.
Who
hey.
dis?
She sends
Yeah.
you the she sends you the
It's hilarious.
The eggplant.
sorry. I can't remember the
Eggplant?
word. The eggplant.
With a smiley face.
In
I
my
was just
head.
kidding.
Grandma's crazy.
Gross.
So does this happen? Let's start
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All together. Okay. So and then what is it? What does somebody normally say when they haven't talked to you?
I think
in
they feel
forever?
you out first. They're kind of like
Oh,
they
yeah.
text you and they're like, "What's
It's
going
I
on?"
kind of
thought
like-
of you the other
How's
day.
life?
How
Yeah.
have you been?
Oh yeah, exactly,
fuck
exactly.
you.
It's kind of like
Great.
breadcrumbing, but more in depth.
No,
No,
it's when
no,
you
no.
come back.
Yeah, from
It's
the
when
dead.
they come back. They're
It's like you were dead.
they're
I haven't
like-
talked to you in years.
well, that or like I saw your Instagram. You look good.
Like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
broke up
Okay.
with someone recently, so now they're looking for more.
Well, that or they know
Mm.
you're newly single and you look
Mm.
good. And they're like,
Ooh.
oh, hey.
I have this happen even when I'm not single. Like even now, like people that know, I'm in a relationship,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they've like met my girlfriend,
Oh.
and they'll still text me, and they're like, you look really good. Like, how are things with you? I'm like,
desperate.
I just saw you 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You know what's up.
You know what's
Yeah.
up. Yeah, like exactly.
They want you to say things are rocky.
yeah, things are.
I need a
had a
shoulder to
hard
cry
week.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would love to get a drink. What are you up to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She sends the emoji.
I'm up to eggplant.
What do girls send to guys that's like the same level as
As a peach or an eggplant? Do you send
Oh,
a
is
peach?
it peach?
Do I send it? Yeah.
It seems too PG-13.
Wait, to come back to someone?
What's like
No.
the eggplant equivalent for
To
a
a
girl to send to a
Oh,
guy?
The tongue emoji.
Tongue?
No, just the tongue
like
one.
the open mouth tongue
Oh.
thing?
No,
Really?
not the open mouth one, just the tongue.
The
There's
tongue.
just
There's
a
just a tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Really?
That's
What does that mean exactly?
yeah.
Whatever you want.
Is it,
There you go.
Maybe the tongue
It's
with
like-
with the
Well,
with the
I
with the water
honestly, I think
droplets
girls
coming
are,
out.
Girls are very cowardly. They'll send the winky.
Yeah.
You know?
And
The
that means a
winky.
lot.
Yeah. It can mean whatever. Yeah.
what's the word? Okay, in your arsenal of emoji responses as a woman,
Yes.
what's the sexy thing that would be the bad thing?
Were you like, I really want to get some, so like this is
Yeah.
this is your sign.
Oh. I should send a selfie if I want it.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
She makes it very clear, folks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing. Number three there.
No games here.
No
this
games.
is what's available.
It's just you naked in the mirror.
Yeah, don't mind me.
Yeah.
No, but like if I'm out and I want someone to join and I know I look good, I'll be like,
Join.
Hey,
What is this, a chess
Well,
club?
like if I'm at a bar and I'm like, I want
Join
someone
the
to show
subscription.
Up,
Come join me.
yeah, I'll be like, hey, this is what I'm doing and this is how I look. How you doing?
Damn.
All
I've
right.
never gone to a bar and then tried to lure people in via selfies.
Really?
But
yeah.
No,
Oh
but
my God.
in gay world though, what would you send, Matt? I mean, I know we talked about eggplant, but what's your
In a text?
yeah?
Yeah, I guess a peach or an eggplant. Huh.
Peach.
Well, it's
Peach means bottom.
Well,
the
no,
butt.
just means a.
Oh,
I
I'm
know
sorry,
that.
sorry.
I
You know-
guess. I like that. I like the face with the heart as the lips too. Is that cute?
It's cute. Thank you, Hallmark Channel. I know there's something dirtier than that you could send. No,
As
All
an
right.
emoji?
Yes, that's what we're talking
It-
about. You
I-
don't have a go-to emoji that's like
No, I don't
Come
think
over
so. No,
and
not
join
one
the
that's
club.
like come over and join
Come
me at a
join.
bar. I don't think so.
no.
What's yours?
Nothing.
You seem
I'm
to
just-
have an
I'm
answer
just
that we're not getting.
Listen,
at.
the people come to me with feedback. It was the
I don't know.
eggplant.
Should I look at what I commonly send?
Commonly
not-
commonly sent.
Commonly said.
Commonly sent. Wait, so before we move on, I find that the world is divided into two people. That those that send the selfies, like the sexy selfies, and I have guy friends who do this. I have girlfriends.
Guys do it a lot more than they used to.
Yeah, I've never taken a selfie. I'm not joking.
Yeah,
it has
same.
never happened.
To
Never.
send to someone.
I've never taken even a dick pic. It's never happened.
I just don't want that out there.
Oh no, I don't care about that. I just think I don't want to just. I don't know.
All right.
It's just not my style.
Yeah.
That's not how I flirt.
Okay.
Okay.
What in your singlehood when it was there? What would you do?
I'm still alive. I'm not like,
No,
like dead.
I'm just trying to make clear the
Right.
the conversation.
You're not.
In
When
your
you were
single-
alive.
when you were alive.
when you could get it up
Uh-huh.
and send
Right.
sexy things to women, what would it be? I mean, what's the standard guy thing?
Maybe because I grew up in a world where I sound so old
pretend
now.
like you're
No. I sound so old. Like
Well, you do
when
order from the back of the menu.
Yeah. Like
The prune juice. When I used to flirt with young women, I'd say, "Come on over, sweetie. Have some pop with me, and take them panties off."
That's disgusting.
That's
I don't know. What did they do in
What
1920,
voice is
Shawn?
that?
That's my old man voice.
oh
Oh,
my
that's
I'm a man
pretty
of
God.
many
good. I'm
talents.
dying. That's
Thank
good.
you.
I like that. No, but in my 20s, there was no texting. There was definitely no. There was no.
Sounds so
There was
long
no
ago.
pic texting. There wasn't. We used to have to send pigeons over.
Jesus, Game of Thrones shit over here.
He's from
Sending
Russia.
crows. Oh, that's right.
So I didn't grow up on that. So we called. Remember?
called,
You
yeah.
called,
Yeah.
and you're like, "How are you? Would you like to go out?" Because it's hard to be like sexual on the phone. You can't send
Good.
an
Yeah.
emoji.
Yeah,
so it's different. My
different
style of
now.
flirting is very different.
All right.
Anyway.
Okay. Boring.
Avoiding that question.
You can flirt now though with Danielle,
Yeah. Well, she's a millennial, so I can.
so you can send all the emojis.
Yeah, but I send her like the wrong ones because I'm so old.
Cheese.
Yeah.
Clown face.
Hospital, bridges.
Face with a tissue.
She's like confused.
What does the cheese mean?
You'll find
He
out.
doesn't understand. Yeah, you come home. She's like in a bed of cheese.
I'm into it. Is that Gouda?
God, I love Danielle. I feel like I could go on with this joke and make it grosser.
Oh,
but
my God.
I don't want to do that to you. Nina.
Uh,
Goodness. We should move on. So, do we love this or lose this?
The
I
zombie.
like it.
Zombie. God, that's what we were
Oh,
on.
love it.
Love it.
All
Love
right.
it.
All right. We still
Yeah.
love it. It moves on. It goes on to live another day in dating life. All right. The next term, kitten fishing.
That just sounds weird.
God, what?
I like it already.
Sounds like a pervert hanging out at a
Yeah.
Kitten
grade school
fishing.
playground.
Oh.
Coined by the dating app The League. This is actually something that's legit. They coined it. Unlike catfishing, it describes the tiny little tweaks that one makes to their dating profiles to make them seem just a little better than normal. Not a 100% lie, but a baby lie, a white lie.
I think everybody does that.
Yeah.
Kitten fishing.
Who hasn't photoshopped their picture a little bit?
Ugh,
I don't know
do we even get
how.
started with that?
That's
Those
so much
Facetune
more.
people, can we
Cannot.
all agree with this? If you use Facetune, we know.
Yeah.
Just so you know, we know. It looks real bad, especially when
Yeah.
guys do it. Oh God,
Ooh.
gay men
Yeah.
do it. Gay men are horrible with this.
A lot of older women do it, and they put that filter where it's
The
like
pretty filter.
No. What they do is that they try to erase the wrinkles, but it looks like it's completely washed
Yeah.
out. Do you know?
Yeah.
It's like we don't know. Like their face is like
Exactly.
glowing on fire.
It's like they got a spray tan, like a really thick
It's-
spray
yeah,
tan.
exactly.
Like
Yeah.
a white spray tan
Yeah.
is what it is.
It's like we can tell what
Yeah.
you've done.
It's really
Yeah.
bad.
It's bad.
We
But,
know you don't look like that.
So there's those, and then some other examples would probably be like, oh, that you live a really extravagant life,
Yeah.
but you're really like,
Boring.
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 What do women
You're
do?
boring.
How do women tweak their profile to make them?
I'm not on dating profiles, but I think the
Oh,
face
I'm
tuning-
sorry. You're too
No, no,
good
no.
for that.
No,
Apparently.
no, but like they the Snapchat filters, like even like the cat ones or whatever. Like
Oh,
they
gotcha.
think they're
Hate it.
so cute. I'm like, you're not being cute. You're being stupid.
But that's
What about
Snapchat.
like the actual profile? What would you say that would make you
like a
appear
written
more?
I'm a
description.
down to earth gal or girl who likes her wine nights and like staying at home. No, you don't. You know, like the down to earth thing. If a girl ever says I'm down to earth,
She's not.
lying. Yeah. No.
What is she?
Delete that from your profile.
Yeah, right?
I've never said I'm down to earth. I don't think, but I am though, huh?
Down to something.
yeah, you are.
But
Yeah.
you know, just that.
Oh,
Or I
Probably
like
embellishing
adventure.
on hobbies and stuff. You're like, you don't work. I say like, I like to exercise. I don't.
Yeah, I like to
So-
go to the gym, hang with friends
Yeah,
and family.
I don't like to do that.
Matt,
God first. Yeah.
Oh,
God
wow.
first.
Well,
God
I've read
first.
some very interesting profiles.
There are-
yeah.
There are some God first
Terribly.
ones.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but they're
Even in
just
the gay
saying
world.
that because they don't want.
Only in God's hole.
Pardon me.
Oh, Jesus. Now we're
No, I
coming
had enough coffee for this.
coming for Jesus
No,
now.
I feel like girls do that when they don't want the guy to go for them for one reason, so they put God first.
Oh,
you
so
know
they,
what I mean?
So they, well, I guess they kitten create.
Yeah. So like, I'm not like God first.
Matt, in gay life, do gay men do this? You think do they make
Embellish a
their
little.
profiles seem a little bit better than they shouldn't be?
Yeah, probably with great photos
Mm-hmm.
or like, oh, I'm the CEO of my own company. Or like, you don't own a company.
Or I'm a fashion blogger.
You trademarked something once in your life. And
Or they use really old photos, right?
yeah.
Because I was on my friend's grind. I
Yeah.
find it so amusing and interesting. And like the
Yeah.
photos are super old. And then he'll
Old.
go meet the guy. And
Then you
the
see him
guy's
in real
like,
life.
yeah. Yeah.
Or I mean, also kitten fishing here too. LA is like a really bad town for this to happen in
Yeah.
because somebody's always like an actor, producer, model,
Yeah.
director, something.
Mhm.
But then you meet them, you're like, oh, you work at Denny's.
You got to, though.
Yeah. What?
Oh, so it's something we should do here in LA.
Well, you should have a side hustle
Uh-huh.
so you can make some money.
LA
If you
is the
don't have
side
a
hou-
blue check mark next to your name, you're not valid.
I know.
Oh, so true. Yeah.
God.
I think everyone does it to a point,
Got it.
even in conversation. When you're like, I do this and this and this.
I'm the kind of person that if somebody, and this has nothing to do with this, but sometimes people will be like, oh, did you watch that show? I'm like, oh, yeah, I did.
I
I'm
love
like,
it.
Oh, please don't ask me any more about that. I just
Yeah.
want to feel part of your conversation.
Yeah. So you lie a lot
I do. I kitten fish.
Well, you know,
to your face.
To myself.
I think everybody kitten fishes because I remember an OkCupid study came out like 2 or 3 years ago when they did all this stuff. And they said that everyone,
Uh-huh.
guys and girls, put that they're 2 inches taller on their profile.
Oh,
Okay,
interesting.
I do
Oh.
not.
Every single person. Like, it's
Wow.
like across the board. So everybody does a little bit of like enhancements,
Sure.
you know. You're maybe a little bit slimmer than you, whatever, you know. So it's,
yeah, I do that on weight.
I'm a cool 108.
All right, you guys, we have one more to get to. Oh, so do we like this kitten fishing?
Sure.
No.
Love it or lose
Nah.
it?
It's real.
No, it's real.
It's real,
It's real, but I hate
but
the
don't
term.
do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, it stays then.
Yeah.
All right.
Last one of the day. Okay. It is drafting season. So I think I've heard this one before. Drafting season refers to the fall and winter months, a time that some would rather spend with a serious significant other as opposed to being single. Summer was for fun and dating, and now it's time to basically lock and load yourself, get ready, because you need a husband or a wifey, because that's what holiday photos are for.
Do you
Hunker
think it's
down.
because people are afraid of the stigma of being alone during the holidays and Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Cold,
I love it.
Cold beds.
You love it?
I love
Holiday
it.
You love
parties.
what? Being single on Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
yeah.
Or the
killing
holidays
game.
in general.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, all the sales are for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? All the holiday parties.
You can go
a
to the
reason
sales
to dress
with-
up. Everyone's
true.
doing a party. I mean, it's a good time. I don't know why everyone's so upset about
I
being
agree.
single over the holidays.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
get
not
it
upset
either.
about it.
I've
Yeah.
never been.
Maddie, how do you feel?
I feel fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Do you ever feel the pressure
Nothing
to
new.
like get guys for the holiday season?
no. I don't think I feel pressure. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'd rather have someone to hang out with the whole summer, like
Yeah.
as a couple.
Mm.
Than I
Yeah,
don't
to
know.
go on adventures with. But during the holidays, everyone's getting
whatever.
together, so you have no reason to have someone.
It's for that New Year's kiss.
Well,
that's
it's
why.
it's mostly because the
God.
parents come out and they're like, during Thanksgiving, and they're like, "Well, what's going on? Why are you by yourself here?"
Oh, my parents
Why
are
are you
always
alone?
relieved.
Oh,
They're
really?
like, oh, you're not with the wrong person. Yay!
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Like, oh,
Okay.
you got rid of him. Yay!
It's because you're young. It's because it gets worse with parents. I'm telling you. Like
Yeah.
once a certain age hits,
Trust
they
me.
be
I'm at that age where my friends are like getting engaged and some are having babies,
Oh.
and my mom's just like, "Thank God you're like focusing on your career and not
Aw,
wasting time with
that's
someone
nice.
who's
That's a
stupid."
progressive
That's
mom.
Yeah, she's very.
She must
And
be
she's Jewish,
super-
right?
She is Jewish.
Wow, that's
and she's
a-
married to someone younger. We've had this.
Yeah.
Wow.
18
Good for
years
her.
Younger.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So
Yeah.
drafting season, does it stay? Do we love it or do we lose it?
I think it's real for some people.
It's relevant.
All right.
Yeah.
I love this.
Do it.
Not everything left, so that's good. Well, that's all we got on our big list of new dating terms. Thank you to everybody here for participating and approving and not approving some of these. Most of these approved. As always, for more on Finding Cupid and for more dating and love relationship advice, head to finding-cupid.com. You can also follow all of us on social media. And what's the best place? You can always follow me. You can head to finding-cupid.com. To follow me through there, or David Cruz TMM. Matt, where can they follow you?
I think I'm just Maddie3 on Instagram. That's where I post the most.
Shawn.
I'm Whiskeypreneur on
I love
Instagram.
that. I love that.
There you are.
And Davina.
Davina Johnny on Instagram. You can
Love it,
see
love
all
it,
my
love
selfies.
Yay!
Yay.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Again, it's wonderful to be back and celebrating the 8th season along with Team Cupid here. Thank you so much for joining us. And as always, you can always download and subscribe the Finding Cupid podcast on iTunes and iHeartRadio now for free. So please subscribe to that. And until next Sunday, have a wonderful weekend, and we will talk to you later.